Hi, I'm Christina Applegate.
And I'm Jamie-Lynn Sigler.
And this is
Messy. The following message is brought to you by Novartis. Since partnering with Novartis, I have been thinking a lot about when I was first diagnosed with relapsing MS. And to be honest, I was overwhelmed and in denial, and I didn't want to accept it. Eventually, I had to be real with myself, reflect on what was important, reframe how my diagnosis was impacting my life, and focus on how I was feeling. And I wish I'd started thinking about my needs sooner. It helped me get to a place of acceptance and find the right treatment choice for me. And I really hope others don't wait as long as I did. That's why I partnered with Novartis to create a 3-step guide, hoping it can help people speak up and voice their needs. Get the guide at reframingms.com. By now, you've had to be living under a rock if you haven't heard of Peloton. But are you aware of the variety of training programs Peloton has? They have Pilates, 5K, 10K, half and full marathon programs, strength training, boot camps. There's so many ways to challenge yourself and your body. And one of my favorite things about Peloton is they have their leaderboard. They have live metrics that allow you to see how your friends are doing in real time. You can have banter, you can have friendly competition, challenge each other, and even bragging rights at the end of each class. And let's also not forget the Peloton instructors, okay? They are in a league of their own. They're so impressive because you've got dancers, college athletes, world record breakers. The whole lineup of coaches are motivating and inspirational. It's like going to church. And also, they have different workouts for every type of mood. If you're looking for an early morning run or a late night hike, Peloton has you covered no matter what mood you're in or when you want to move. It also provides judgment-free instruction and guidance to make fitness approachable and enjoyable. And we know that we all want to fit in. We want to feel like we're taking care of ourselves. You can customize it to you. Also, Peloton offers exclusive memberships for all shapes, sizes, and walks of life, so anyone and everyone is welcome. Find your push, find your power with Peloton at onepeloton.com. That's onepeloton.com. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Messy. This is Jamie.
This is Christina.
There she is. But it's Christina Fruitfence.
Yep. Or, as we like to say, Miss Applegate.
Applegate. That's
do we need to remind people of that story? I think so.
Wow. If they're not an OG listener, I guess we do.
If you're not OG, then go back and listen to the 50-something episodes we have. No. Went to a hotel that I'd been going to for a long time in New York City. And the lady says, "Welcome back, Miss Applegate." That was that. Gotta love it.
What did you do when she said that? Like, what was your...
I just let it go. It was fine. But the other one was the Susan Appleby one. Have we talked about that one?
What's that one? No.
Oh, it's like my favorite. I was going to the bathroom at the Santa Monica Pier, and this woman goes, "Wow, this." She was a custodian for the toilets, and she said to me, "Oh, you look like that girl, Susan Appleby." And I said, "I don't know who that is." And she said, "Oh, come on. You know, Susan Appleby from Married with Children. Susan Appleby." And she just kept saying Susan Appleby.
Like, so sure of it.
And I just kept going, "I really honestly, thank you. I don't know who that is." And she goes, "Okay, well, guess you're not her." And I was like, "Nope, I'm actually not Susan Appleby."
Oh, that's funny.
It's one of my favorite moments of life.
Oh, I bet.
Susan Appleby.
No, you don't understand.
She was
Susan Appleby.
She was like getting mad about it.
Of course.
Like, come on.
Because she wasn't wrong.
No, and then I think she even mentioned Anchorman and stuff too. And she just kept going like, come on, Susan Appleby. I was like, I guess you're not that big of a fan. Because
that's right.
You can't get my fucking name right. Susan?
You know, that's just this fucking business. They build you up and they knock you down in the same fucking sentence.
Oh, I loved it. It made me so happy.
It's so good.
So,
it's so good.
So some people like call me that sometimes, that I've told that story too. I told it on Conan, I think. And then I think Conan just started calling me Susan Appleby.
Susan.
Or was it Jimmy Kimmel? I don't know. Let me drop all the names of all the talk shows I've been on. Kidding.
You were definitely a fantastic guest all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can bring it. You're witty.
Well,
You're funny. You're funny, Susan. You're a funny gal, Susan.
You're going to call me Susan Appleby from now on, aren't you?
Sometimes I'll be like, are you being a little Susan right now?
Yeah, you're being a little Susan. Not a Karen, but a Susan.
Not a Karen, Appleby. But a Susan Appleby. Well, we have a couple of things we wanted to touch on today, but you know, I know that we have said it ourselves to each other, and a lot of people write in and say this same sort of sentence where it's like, I feel like I'm being lazy, but, and despite how many times we can remind ourselves that we have a chronic illness and that it's a lot to do with that. And Christina, you do a really good job for me of reminding me of that. I think
you're lazy?
For like that I'm not like, no, meaning that I have something that's like making me tired and that I'm not just lazy. And I think that goes across the board for anyone. I'm not lazy, but I'm dealing with family troubles. I'm not lazy, but my job is really stressful. I'm not lazy, but I don't feel good. I'm not lazy, but my mental health is not the best it could be. Like, I think that we have this, we're living in a society with all the accessibility that we have to do everything at once, all of the time. You always feel like you could be falling short or not doing enough. And we're putting this immense amount of pressure on ourselves on top of what we're all dealing with in life, which is life just being life. And we all still have to like remind ourselves or forgive ourselves that we need a fucking break and that we're not being lazy. And I wish that wasn't the case. And I really suffer from that a lot. I really do.
I know you do. And, you know, I totally get it. And when I stopped shooting Dead to Me and had like my first quiet time of knowing that it's possible I may not work again, it was like my body just went sleep. Because for 45 years I've been working, and it was like, it's time for you to just sleep. But also having this condition that we have, well, disease, I don't want to say condition because we're not, you know, it's not a condition. It's a fucked up fucking disease. I started to feel really guilty about wanting to just sleep. And that at first I thought it was because it was like this pressure just came out off my shoulders of 40 something years of working. And now I don't have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work. But now with our disease, sometimes our bodies are just like, nope. And yesterday I slept, I think basically the entire day because my body was hurting and it was tired.
But how do you just let yourself? I have,
sorry,
Christina,
if people can't see,
patting down.
My top knot's real.
Your top knot is topping right now.
It's real unfortunate today, but whatever.
It's fancy.
I'll fix it.
If you put a chopstick or two through it, it would have been a hairstyle at one point in time.
Normally when I do this the way that I do it, which I found on the interweb, you put the scrunchie on first, then you take the two pieces of hair, you twist them, and then do like a shaky, and then you you fold them around and then you put a rubber band over it. And usually it looks really good, but I don't know what the fuck is happening today, but you guys can't see it,
there's like a peak to it.
No, it's, you know what it's giving me?
Susan Appleby?
It's giving, Encounters of the Third and the, what's it called?
Close Encounters of the Third Kind? No.
It's giving me the mountain.
I know exactly what you're saying. That's exactly what it looks like.
Close Encounters of a Third. No, what's it called? It's not Third Mind.
Kind.
Bella's coming to tell me that my hair looks stupid. That's my cat, by the way.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Okay, it's giving me the mountain that he kept trying to build. That's what it's doing right now.
It's there. Well, it's been built on your head.
Or weird poo from a dog. Okay.
It also looks like fake poop.
Yes, it looks like
when you buy fake poop.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna fix that later. Okay. Anywho.
Well, anyway, sorry for everybody that you can't see that.
I might have to take a picture of this.
Yeah,
and just
maybe
tweet
we could
it
take a picture
on the day of, and just be like, "This is what we were talking about."
For reference.
Here, someone, take a picture right now. Can you take us?
Okay.
I don't know how to screenshot on things. Okay.
Got it.
Thank you. We'll post that for this episode. Maybe it'll just be me with and you, a beautiful picture of you looking sexy, and then just like Close Encounters of the Third Kind on top of my head. All right.
Anyway. So I'm a lazy bitch. No, so I've had so many times, even like doctors being like, listen to your body. It's telling you to stop. But it's so hard to when you don't want to. You don't want to stop. You want to keep going. And then when I do give myself the breaks, MS or not, this has been my personality. Like I shit on myself that I always could be doing more. And I think that a lot of other people suffer from this.
Shitting on yourself takes a whole new meaning when you have a mess. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Literally and figuratively.
All the things. Sorry.
Yeah. I just feel, I know I have many friends of mine that are hard on themselves, like don't give themselves a break. Don't give themselves moments to recharge. Do you think it's just because the way the world is now, or have we always?
It's like keep going, and then we're also taught like if you're sick, push through. If you're this, push through. And of course, the kids today are like, I got a paper cut. I'm staying home from school. TikTok, like this bullshit. But I think workhorses like we are, like we had to, especially for our job. Like if you don't go to work, people don't understand this. And I'm not complaining at all. And I'm not saying that our job is harder than anyone else's, but we can't not go.
No, you got to go.
You have to go. Like, unless you are getting a leg amputated, knock on wood for us. But you can't not go. Mm-hmm. So we kind of learned to just like push through flus and push through 104-degree fevers and because they don't care. Because if you don't go and they have to shut down the day, that
messes everything up.
$100,000, $200,000 to do that. So it's like this thing that's like ingrained, especially when we start so young.
Yeah.
And, we want to please because we're kids and parents and authority and bullshit. But I'm sorry to my child, but you're kind of lazy. Like you don't want to do stuff and you don't have.
But do you think that maybe they're like getting it right? That's
it. They're letting their bodies say.
Yeah. Maybe they're just letting themselves just be and not chasing anything. Like
what is homework?
We're all on
homework
them
is not okay.
Pieces of...
Homework is not okay.
Homework sucks. It should be done at school. I agree.
I mean, they spend all these hours there and then they have to come home and do like 2 more hours of work. I don't think that's fair. So sorry to her school, but that's how I feel.
I'm on board with that. But maybe again, like we're calling them lazy and not motivated, but maybe maybe there's a happy medium, but maybe they're taking care of themselves and listening to their bodies and their needs and just being kind to themselves.
Yeah, I think you're right. And again, her school listening, please. Can we just do away with this? Seriously, it's insane. It's insane. And then she gets so stressed out because she'll forget, or I will harp on her and then she's tired, or her POTS, like she's got chronic illness as well. And she's there all day and she's kicking ass in class. But to ask them to do weekend homework, I that's the one. Sorry, school, we love you. And I love everyone at that school. Okay, but come on.
Yeah.
Anywho, I just went on a tangent, but
No, that's all right. That's what this is for. I just wanted to take a quick break and share a word from one of Messi's advertisers. Since partnering with Novartis, I have been thinking a lot about when I was diagnosed with relapsing MS. I kept it a secret at first, and that robbed me of the support I really needed. I finally found the courage to open up about it and quickly learned the importance of speaking up. That means making your voice the loudest in the room. You have to find an MS specialist who's the right fit, who makes you feel seen and heard. It's kind of like dating. That's why I partnered with Novartis to create a 3-step guide to inspire others to own their RMS journeys, recognize their needs, and find a treatment that works for them. Learn more about my story at reframingms.com. Support for Messi comes from Whoop.
Whoop, whoop. As you all know, we've been on the hunt for the absolute best products in the health and wellness space and have recently started using Whoop, one of the sponsors for today's episode. Their calling card is in their recovery and sleep tracking. Each morning when you wake up, you get a recovery score from 0 to 100 that you can think about as your guide, basically, for you to approach your day. So when you get started on Whoop, you can set a goal for yourself, improving your sleep or recovery, training smarter or harder, or just simply feeling better. Whoop then learns your body's baselines and patterns to coach you with custom recommendations or how to tailor your lifestyle, habits, training, and more to unlock your health. I don't know why mine just keeps going, get up, lazy bitch. 87% of the members say they feel healthier with Whoop. The longer you wear it, the smarter and more personalized the algorithms and feedback get.
That's right. And you can find 140 different habits, behaviors, and daily decisions to see how they impact your overall health. So whether you're starting a new health routine, whether you want to experiment with a new supplement, or you're trying out meditation, which we know I love, Whoop can help track it all and show you the positives and negatives of your lifestyle. Wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't you like somebody to kind of follow you around and be like, good decision, not good decision, good decision, not good decision? Well, it comes to your help. Whoop can do that for you. So head to join.whoop.com/messy to get started today with a free 1-month trial. That's join.whoop.com/messy to get started with your free 1-month trial.
When people have chronic illness, our body is actually literally saying nope and nope.
Yep.
And you need that recovery time.
Yeah. Yes. And that's what I'd like to say to anybody out there that's hard on themselves or feels like they're lazy. Maybe sit down and just write down what you deal with or what you do in a day or in a week or in a month, and marvel at how your load that you have, and then figure out a way. Let's do it here on Messy. Let's promise each other. Let's figure out a way to give ourselves some time, whether it's a couple of hours a week, whether it's a personal day from work, whatever it is. We all deserve it. We all need it. And I'm going to get better at listening to my body and stop doing things that I think I've decided I have to do, and listen more to my body and what it wants to do so that it treats me better. Because maybe I'm not treating it good by pushing it.
Well, you and I both know, first of all, I want to say that my favorite word is no, because I've never said no in my life. And there's such liberation for me now to say, no. And I don't have guilt about it. Just, no, thank you. No, I can't do that. no, I can't go there. No, I don't want you to come over, even though we had plans. No. And I don't feel bad. I used to like, my stomach would just, and my stomach is where all my emotions hang.
Yeah.
And there's something weird when I say no to things that I don't actually want to do or don't want to have to push through. It's like it calms down.
Wow.
Because I just say no. And you don't have to be like, no.
Right. I like the way you say no.
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 Nah.
I'm good. And if you don't like it, that's your problem and not mine. Because I just advocated for myself. And so no.
Love it. Okay. I'm going to get better at saying no. Should I tattoo no on me?
No, I didn't. No.
Okay.
I mean, you and I have the same tattoo, and it's kind of like a yes and a yes. I don't know if we want no on there because I don't know. Let's think about it. We can get matching no's.
That's true.
Like with a little question mark, like no.
Well, so there's another thing we wanted to talk about that.
Oh boy.
Is something I've wanted to talk to you about for a really long time because while you're good at saying no, I wouldn't say that in this next subject I'm good at it, but I think that I see it clearly, especially for others. Do you want to sort of intro what this topic is?
See, when I start to talk about it, I want to cry because it's like this weird thing that I have, which is
let it out.
People are so
it's not weird.
Me crying
no,
all the time.
It's not weird because I promise you, first of all, I have felt it and I know everyone has felt it. So I thank you for saying it.
Okay. Shame of good things happening to you. And I'm going to start from like the shame of good things happening because that started with someone saying to me, don't talk about yourself. You're sounding gross. Right. So for years, and I think we've discussed this for years, like I never told anyone that I was nominated for anything or I didn't tell my parents. I didn't tell my mom. I didn't because of this like shame of something good happening to me. And I did that. Like I'd go to the things and I didn't feel proud of myself. I was like I was embarrassed by it, but it's turned into something different now where I'm afraid of something good happening because I'm afraid of something bad happening because of something good happening.
Or being taken away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or just, I don't deserve it in some way. And I'm going to tell a story about a friend of mine who I will not name who this person is and whatever, blah, blah, blah. So something really wonderful happened to my friend. And that week she got cancer. And she said to me, am I being punished for having something really wonderful happen to me? And that's the thing that I feel like I'm actually afraid of something good happening because I don't need any worse than I am now.
Here's what I want to say. Do you have more to say about that? No. Okay. Here's what I want to say. Life is going to happen no matter what. It's going to be the ups and the downs and the ebbs and the flows, ebb and flows and the highs and the lows and the pains and the joys, no matter what. We have to accept that. Is there immense pain that you're dealing with now? Yeah. A lot of our listeners are. I am in my own certain way. We all are. We all have pain in our lives. We also all have good. And when those beautiful moments come, you owe it to yourself and you deserve it. And you have to trust that it's happening for you and you have to enjoy it. And don't think about when it's going to go away or how it's going to get ruined or when's the next thing going to come. Because here's the thing, again, It'll probably come in some form. Maybe it'll be minor. Maybe it'll be big. I don't know. But that doesn't mean that you cannot enjoy and appreciate and flourish in the good. You cannot rob yourself of that. You deserve it. Where do you believe that you don't deserve to heal?
I don't know, because it's like, I look at, the past, since like 2008, right? I'm on this show called Samantha Who. I have the most incredible cast, and it was the most fun I've ever had with this group of people. And I was so elated with that job. And then I got cancer.
Yeah.
And then Dead to Me happens, and it's like, it's the job I've been waiting for my whole life. And then I get this, and this thing stripped me of. So it's like this weird thing in my head. It's like something good is happening, and then
I know
in my life it's just going to be shit. And I think we all feel that way. Like I said about my friend who said that, it's like, she's like, is this what's happening? And I'm sorry, everybody, that I'm crying, but I'm on my period. Actually, I'm joking because I don't have ovaries.
I was going to say, you got it?
Yeah. Miraculously.
I understand so deeply what you are talking about. What you have had happen to you has been extreme. I think people can relate, but the way you've had it is very big in both ways. I don't know why you have gone through that. I don't know why you have been chosen to experience life in this way. But I also have no doubt that you're not being punished, that there is a beautiful message from it for you, not about other people, for you. And I don't think it's over. The same way it wasn't over after the first time it happened to you. Again, life is, you cannot escape the pain of life. We can't, but you can't believe that you're done having joy and good things happen to you. I just, especially now, Christina, with what you're willing to share and give, because the truth is, and I'm going to pat us both on the back right now, the reason why people connect, I think, with this podcast at the way that they do and with us, and why they feel close to us and they feel like they're friends with us or they're sisters with us, is because it's fucking brave to share what we're feeling. And you have been spearheading this mission of ours, and you have trailblazed this, no doubt. Like, I am following your fucking lead. And what you're doing is so fucking brave and so generous. And it is impossible for that amount of, and it's goodness. It's goodness. It's love. It's love. It's a form of love that you're putting out in the world, that for it to not come back. It's the law. We've talked about this. You talk so confidently and beautifully about the laws of the universe, and you know them to be true. I need you to believe them for yourself. I really do.
No, yeah, I'm hearing you. Support for Messy comes from iRestore.
If you care about skincare, it is no secret that red light therapy can improve the appearance of your skin. However, most at-home options are ineffective and incredibly uncomfortable. That's why iRestore developed their innovative brand new Illumina face mask. iRestore found that most at-home options do not have enough LEDs or emit enough power to see real results on your skin.
Their powerful mask uses clinically proven technology with 360 medical grade LEDs, 2 times more LEDs than most competitors. And more LEDs mean better, more even skin treatment. And it's also the only mask in existence that can emit red light, infrared light, and blue light at the same time, allowing the Illumina to tackle anti-aging, acne, and inflammation all at once. So whatever your reason of needing light therapy, they've got you covered. And within just 10 minutes with your treatments 3 to 5 times a week, iRestore's Illumina face mask is clinically proven to reduce wrinkles, acne, sun damage, and the blemishes on your skin. It's become a new nightly routine of mine. And I think a lot of the reason why I don't stay consistent with skincare in particular is because of like the time it takes. I just don't want to sit at my bathroom and like layer on a bunch of different things. So the fact that I can get in bed, put my TV on, throw this mask on, forget it's even there, and give my skin the gift of infrared light treatment, it's a no-brainer. Give the confidence to yourself or someone you love. For a limited time only, check out their huge Black Friday sale. Our listeners get hundreds of dollars off their Illumina face mask with our exclusive link at irestorelaser.com/messy. That's hundreds off the Illumina face mask at IRESTORE laser.com/messy. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Happy holidays from iRestore. Support for Messy comes from OneSkin.
Did you have a little too much fun in the sun this summer? It's no secret that UV rays can take a toll on our skin, leaving it dry, tired, and less vibrant. So if you want to hit the undo button on UV-induced aging, say hello to OneSkin, your secret weapon against the summer's toll on your skin. OneSkin products are all powered by the revolutionary OS01 peptide. This proprietary peptide is scientifically proven to reduce dysfunctional, also called senescent cells, essential source of skin aging. Their scientists have shown that it can actually reverse the biological age of skin, hello, old ladies like myself, by several years in their groundbreaking research. Healthier, more youthful looking skin doesn't look just great. We all want it, obviously, but it's good for your overall health too. And as the leaves change color this fall, help your skin undergo its own transformation with OneSkin. Their products work tirelessly to repair, rejuvenate such exhausted skin. So they're working tirelessly to repair it, to rejuvenate it, and erase the signs of summer damage, ensuring you step into this new season with the healthiest skin of your life. So head on over and explore how their products can become your skin's new savior.
That's right. For a limited time, our listeners can get 15% off OneSkin with our code MESSY at oneskin.co. I use this nightly. I use it every night under my moisturizer, and I can say that I am seeing a difference in my skin. It feels plumper. It feels like smoother. I can't say enough about OneSkin. OneSkin is the world's first skin longevity company. OneSkin addresses skin health at the molecular level, targeting the root causes of aging so skin behaves, feels, and appears younger. It's time to get started with your new face, eye, and body routine at a discounted rate today. Get 15% off with the code MESSY at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code MESSY. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. We only have one body, one skin, and only you can choose to make it better. Age healthy with OneSkin.
If you're listening to this right now, please write to us if you ever feel like this. If you feel like that you don't deserve the good thing that just happened because somewhere in life, someone told you a lie. And someone told me a lie when I was 13 years old. And
one little thing.
One little sentence. You're doing it is what the person said. You're doing it. And it's like, from that moment forward, it was almost shame of good things. And then I ran away from good things because I was like, nope, don't deserve it. Don't deserve it. But I wonder if like you guys can write to us and we will address them and hopefully read your letters, in a podcast of letters. I don't know what I'm saying, but that you feel like you don't deserve it. And I've never sat in joy. I have never in my fucking life sat in joy. I've never said, good job, kid. Like a stupid thing of like I know it's like so douchey actory, but the day I was nominated for a Tony, I was alone in my bed in New York and I got all these messages that I was nominated for a Tony and I literally couldn't even be excited. And I took myself to Central Park. I went and got my favorite sandwich from Candle Cafe on the Upper East Side with my dog. And I went to the park and sat on my park blanket, which I always had in my backpack because that's how I traveled around New York City when I lived there. And I had to do an interview with Michael Riedel. I love you, Michael Riedel. I know we had a tumultuous start, but we had a good finish. And he said, what are you doing today? Like, are you like calling everyone? And are you, whatever, celebrating? And I said, no, I'm alone in the park, eating my Cajun sandwich from my favorite vegan restaurant in New York with my dog by myself. And that's what I was doing.
Because somebody once judged your
exuberance for myself.
Exuberance for yourself. You won't allow yourself to go there for fear of someone judging it again and misconstruing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we've pinpointed the origin and I think we can work backwards. I have like a different, similar but different. First of all, I fucking hate that you did that when you got nominated for a Tony. Let me not go further for a minute. We need to talk more about it.
Okay.
You got nominated for a Tony on a broken foot.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that happened.
And you still just couldn't feel like...
I didn't call my mom. I didn't call my friends. I did nothing. I woke up alone in my bed and went to get my sandwich because I had to do a show that day alone with my dog.
Well, did they celebrate you when you got to the theater? And you probably didn't want it.
They did, and I didn't. I was so embarrassed. Because I thought I didn't deserve to have a Tony. And I remember someone saying on something, well, there's 5 people in a category and they had to find someone. That's what they said. And then...
Who said that?
It validated my weirdness.
Right.
That I didn't deserve it.
Right. Well, we look for those things. Our brain looks for those things.
Yeah. So, like I said, anyone listening, like, I'm not saying if you had a Tony nomination, but anything that's like good that happens, like, where is that in yourself that you think that you don't deserve that? Because it does stem from somewhere, and it's not what you're born with. It's something that someone said or a situation that you may not even remember, the smells and the colors of that moment, but you remember the impact that it had on you. And
yeah.
And that I was 13 years old, dude, when that happened. And I never once looked back.
Yeah.
To feel proud of myself.
I hope you can feel proud of yourself for what you're doing here.
I do. I feel proud of both of us. And I feel
good
because it's not about us. When we're talking, it's about letting people feel okay to feel not okay sometimes.
Yeah, but you're doing that through your own sharing.
I know.
Don't talk yourself out of this one.
I know.
You be proud of yourself.
I'm doing it. It's like ingrained. I think that's why I cry. I'm crying so much right now because it's
a deep wound. It is a deep fucking wound. And that's real for you. And I'm not going to fix it in a talk with you, but we have to keep acknowledging it. And as your friend, I'm going to push you to celebrate, because I think you deserve it. And if you love me, then you'll agree with me.
I don't think I love you anymore.
Fuck. Damn it.
I want to be able to say, I fucking deserve this. I fucking deserve this. And then this like little voice inside goes, nah, you're boasting. You're, boasting, not boasting. I don't even know boasting's. Wait, sorry guys. I should look at my etymology. I can't see these words right now. Oh, by the way, did I tell you this? So, okay, I'm segueing. I'm going off the rails a little bit. Sorry. So this is going to sound really weird, but my daughter and I were playing a game the other night with my etymology dictionary, which I keep by the bed. And when you flip and go, okay, stop, left or right.
Yeah.
And I found we did left or right, and she goes left. And at the top of the page was the word junket. Now, for people that don't know, a junket is something that we do to promote our programs, where you sit in a room and 1,000 people come in one after the other and interview you. So if you ever see us interviewed on stuff, we're there for like 1,000 hours and it's 1,000 people. And that's an exaggeration with the numbers, but whatever. But junket actually means, the actual origin of the word is a basket for fish.
What?
A basket for fish, dish prepared with cream. Yeah. So maybe they might want to rename it.
A press junket.
A press junket is
or
literally
a basket of fish.
Well, sometimes it feels like a basket of fish.
It sure does.
And smells like it too.
Wow, that's awesome.
Isn't that the most beautiful thing?
It sure is.
Anyway, just excited.
I love it. Good plan word.
Yep.
Well, I'm even prouder of you for sharing. I think I think it's something that a lot of people can relate to as well. I think, I have like, it's sort of same but different. I had this moment back when I was 14 where I was so desperate to just be liked, and I never wanted to be different than anybody. And I can just remember this very specific moment where I thought, oh, well, maybe if I had something wrong with me, nobody could not like me. And what's interesting is I had something wrong with me for a very long time and didn't tell anybody about it. But I do think that there is this like deep rooted belief that like, if I have something wrong, that will get me love, will ensure me love rather.
I think that's the case for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think that's why I kind of love using my cane. That weird thing of take care of me,
Yeah. Mine is more.
I know that
you won't abandon me.
That was that was not a good comparison.
No, but it's but it's interesting because it's both, it's getting love, but in two different ways, where yours is like, yes, you can take care of me. And mine is like, oh, you won't not like me.
Right. Okay. I'm hearing you.
Because how could you dismiss somebody or say something bad about somebody that has a struggle? And I think it's because I seemingly seemed to the world that I had everything. I had talent. I had a good family. We weren't wealthy, but my mom would drop me off at the theater in a nice car. Like I felt very judged for what I had. Nobody knew the reality of anything, but it made me feel bad. It made me feel separate. And so I felt like I needed something to take me down so that nobody would think that I was similar to you, feeling like thought I was too good.
Yeah. Like what I just said, you're doing it. That's what she said.
Yes. That was you're doing it.
Support for today's episode comes from Honeylove.
We love our Honeylove because Honeylove has revolutionized the wireless bra game.
Very important.
Their bras feature supportive bonding that eliminates the need for uncomfortable wires, which are not good for you. We've talked about this.
Nope.
And unnecessary bulk.
Look it up.
You deserve a bra that is lightweight and comfortable without sacrificing support. When I get home, I want to rip my bra off, right? It just feels like free me, let me feel comfortable. But when I have my Honeylove bra on, I feel free. I feel flexible. I feel comfortable with their Honeylove's wire-free bra. Plus, they're made with this fabric that is so soft, you forget you're wearing it.
They're so comfortable, guys. I've gotten in the shower with mine on.
Uh-oh. Whoops. It's all right. Look at you, 2 for 1. You're getting to clean your bra and your body.
Just naked with a bra.
We it doesn't stop at bras, okay? Honeylove is more than bras. They have incredibly comfortable shapewear, tanks, and leggings for everyday support. So pair your V-neck bra with their breathable, versatile leggings, or get the matching shapewear. Leggings, or get the matching shapewear to pair with your crossover bra. Honeylove has you covered for the everyday look, workouts, weddings, and more. Honeys, you need this in your life. No more sacrificing. You've earned it. Honeylove is not just supporting women, it's empowering women. So treat yourself to the best bras on the market and save 20% off at honeylove.com/messy. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off, honeylove.com/messy, to find your perfect fit. And after you purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. So please support our show and tell them we sent you. Elevate your comfort, elevate your style with bras that empower your lifestyle of flexibility.
Support for Messy comes from Cionic.
So the Cionic Neural Sleeve is the first FDA-cleared bionic clothing. How cool is that? Bionic clothing. Feels like we're living in the future.
I don't know why I want to make that sound.
There it is. There it is.
That's it. That's me walking.
And it's designed to help people living with MS and other neurological conditions improve walking and strength. I would say the number one thing we all have in common when we have MS is we want to improve our walking and strength. So welcome, Cionic. You know, for people living with MS, we talk about this a lot. We have a lot of guest write-ins. You know, staying mobile and active is an essential part of managing our symptoms. And the neural sleeve, it is the thinnest, lightest, feels like a garment, you know, instead of an assistive device, because I've used other assistive devices and they can be kind of clunky and weird looking. It's sleek enough, first of all, to fit under your clothing. So basically, the science behind it is the system analyzes every step you take, and then it sends electrical pulses directly to the 4 major muscle groups of the leg to improve walking in real time. It's an award-winning device named one of Time's best inventions. What you do is you get the app, you will meet face-to-face with a dedicated Cionic mobility specialist, and you will do training, you will do check-ins, you will personalize your settings to see what muscles aren't firing, where you're needing more pulses, where you're needing less, and then you can track your progress as you go. And the best part is, listen, you pay as you go. So if the neural sleeve isn't working for you, you can cancel anytime for any reason. So Christina, tell them how to get it.
Okay, so this is what the deal is, guys. We are excited to share that Messy listeners can get $50 off by entering the code MESSY during checkout. That's MESSY. To learn more, visit cionic.com/messy. That's CIONIC.com/messy. Those moments of like, I remember her breath in my ear. She was sitting in the back seat of the car. And I had told her early on, so just people can understand like kind of the impact this has had on my life. I said to her, because I had just gotten a show, and I said, hey, if I ever like start acting like a fucking douchebag, let me know. And literally we were driving by, I think I've told this probably on the podcast before, but whatever. I don't know. We've done so many. I don't know what day it is. We're driving past 20th Century Fox Studios, and in the car, the Doors song, She's a 20th Century Fox, was playing. And I went, oh, that's so funny. We're passing by my work. And she whispered in my ear from the back seat, you're doing it.
Oh,
that was it. Done. Never spoke about anything that I was doing ever again.
and if that was like beautifully shot cinematically of like a close up of the lips in your ear and slowing down time, you could really like encapsulate the levity of that moment and what that did for you.
Oh, no, because it was whispered.
Yep.
Yet at the same time, the loudest sound I've ever heard. And it changed.
Isn't it crazy how
the trajectory of my
little
life.
moment. Yeah.
We talked about it on our anorexia episode.
Right.
The little boy when I was 8 who just touched my leg and went, you're fat. That was it. Then a lifetime of struggle not a lifetime, guys, because I'm good now and I like the foods.
Yeah.
But a lifetime.
It sets a completely different thought pattern off that you may have never have had without that one comment.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And I was sitting with my beloved daughter, and we like to have what we call lanai talks. And we'll sit on the lanai for sometimes an hour and sometimes 4 hours. And she started naming things from her childhood that she remembered, like bad ones. And I said, do you remember this birthday? Do you remember this? And she doesn't remember those good times. She remembers the visions of the moments that shocked her, that were hard. And sorry, Sadie, she was getting quite emotional about it. And I said, I totally get it, kid. It's like you get to a place where you look back and you're like, I don't remember that time I went to Disneyland. I don't remember that time that something amazing happened, but I'll fucking remember the time the little kid poked my foot, not my foot, my leg, or this chick saying, you're doing it. And things like that shaped and actually fucked me up for my whole life. And these were things that she was telling me. My heart was breaking, that I was like, Sadie, you don't know that like you had such a great fucking childhood, man. Every single night was a dance party. Every single night we danced to like bluegrass or jazz or like, I know what boys like. Like that was her favorite when she was little. She'd go, boys like, can we listen to boys like?
Aww.
And I know, I'm sorry guys, because I'm an inappropriate parent, but she loved that song. But stuff like that.
Nothing inappropriate.
And that mommy made, huge meals every night, and her lunches were always perfectly healthy and beautiful, and I was always there. She always says, you were never there. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like
I think she's in a moment though.
But that's the thing, I don't remember those things about my mom either.
Oh wow.
Like my visions are of the stuff that was bad. Because I can't remember the good stuff.
Yeah. They're in there.
Somewhere in the
They're in there.
But
well, perhaps that's what inner child work is for, right? To go revisit those traumatic moments and be there for yourself in a way that nobody was. Witness yourself in a way that you weren't. And then maybe that will create space for some of the better memories to come through. I don't know.
I hope so. I want the good ones. And
well, guess what? In the meantime, we have to relish in our good ones when they're happening. Okay? Shit on your head, poop on your head.
I'm trying.
I think that's the moral of the story here. When it's good, let it be good. Just let it be good.
I know, but
don't judge it. Don't judge yourself. Don't question it. Remember, we've had a card once that was like, who am I to, you know, I'm going to butcher it, but like, who am I to complain about a storm when I don't revel in a sunset or a sunrise? Do you know what I mean? It's like, they're just as important.
And just now when you said, who am I? Guess what happened?
What?
Who am I to disagree? I traveled the world and the 7 seas.
Tony nominated Christina Applegate, everybody.
And was reviewed by saying that I had a horrible voice and I fucking sucked. And
that wasn't you. That was Susan Appleby.
It was Susan Appleby.
Well, moral of the story. Before I read this letter.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to say another one.
Say it.
I was on the toilet and doing something that I had to do on the toilet, whatever. And all of a sudden it was like ground control to Major Tom. That's all I wanted. I was like, why is this song in my head right now?
Did we figure it out?
Nope.
Okay. We'll unpack that later.
Yeah. Maybe privately.
Enjoy the good times. Don't be hard on yourself. You deserve all the good things. And we're not lazy.
No, we're not lazy. Well, some people are lazy fucks, and they're the ones that send mean things to people. And
well, those are just mean people.
Yeah, mean people. But they're also probably lazy.
Fine, we'll call those people lazy.
And have high cholesterol.
Oh, God willing.
Oh, God. Okay.
We've got a letter from Georgina. I just want to say thank you to Jamie and Christina for their candidness and vulnerability about this disease. Sometimes being in the public eye gives you the opportunity to make a positive impact on the lives of others. So thank you. I have someone close to my age who understands, who gets it. MS stopped me in my tracks at 35 years old. I was a new mom to an IUGR preemie, a role I had wanted for years, and I felt helpless and hopeless. Fast forward 14 years later, and she is thriving, and I'm doing well. Well, MS well. I'm still working as an NYC teacher in the Bronx, and I'm active in my daughter's life. I've slowed down a bit, and I definitely relaxed more, and I learned it's okay. I wish this podcast was around when I was first diagnosed. It was hard not having anyone to understand what you wanted to do, but your body would say no. Ladies, please continue battling and making a difference. It's appreciated. MS strong. Gina.
Thanks, Gina.
Thanks, Gina.
Yeah.
Thank you for that letter.
You know, I was really fortunate when I was diagnosed that I had Jamie. And I think that had I not had her, I don't know where I'd be right now. So now I'm crying again because I'm a little crybaby today because I had my period, which is immaculate conception. Would that be like an immaculate, like
it's a miracle.
It's a fucking miracle.
Well, I love you too and don't know where I'd be without you.
Probably happy.
Shut up. I'm going to read a card. Ready?
Yeah.
Does the sun ask itself, am I good? Oh my, what is going on with these cards?
We're having some weird shit going on, man. It's not weird shit. It's remember last week or
I haven't stopped talking about it.
I
have not stopped talking about it.
Neither has our guest.
Great.
Who came here for family dinner. We're going to have family dinner every single Friday. And
that's awesome.
Made probably the most difficult recipe that you could possibly make. And
how fun.
But that's going to be our every Friday night. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh my God. And I want to join one Friday.
You have to, 100%.
Okay. Does the sun ask itself, am I good? Am I worthwhile? Is there enough of me? No. It burns and it shines. Does the sun ask itself, what does the moon think of me? How does Mars feel about me today? No. It burns, it shines. Am I as big as sun in other galaxies? No. It burns, it shines.
Okay, can you send that to me, please? Screenshot it so I can have it. Thank you. We love you guys. Thank you for listening.
Love you. And so it is.
This show is executive produced by Christina Applegate, Jamie-Lynn Sigler, and Allison Bresnick. Our audio engineer is Josh Windish.
And if you want to show us some love, don't forget to leave the show a rating or review. Hi, it's Jamie. Thanks for listening. I just want to let you know I am a paid spokesperson for Novartis, but this podcast is independent from my collaboration with Novartis.